Since a good number of us perhaps are not really involved with farming, or perhaps we're not shepherds, we don't talk about pastures, and therefore we might not really have an idea of what is being spoken of in today's gospel. So there were sheep pens at the time of Jesus, where these shepherds were hired to look after and own a sheep, and they would take them into the fields to graze on the grass. Now they had to be out sometimes for days and maybe even a couple of weeks together. And therefore at night they had to keep the sheep protected so that they would all be gathered together in one place and away from the wolves that would attack them. And sometimes in these sheep pens there would be 3 or 4 or even 5 shepherds that would bring all their sheep into it, which meant sheep by the hundreds, each belonging to a different shepherd. And of course, there would be 1 or 2 shepherds that would take turns to sit at the entrance and become the sheep gate to protect any other wild animals from entering into the sheep pen. And when it was morning, each shepherd would stand outside the sheep pen and call out and use perhaps a certain sound, and the sheep that belonged to that shepherd would recognize that voice, and only those sheep would come out of the pen. The remaining would wait till they would recognize the voice of their own shepherd. And this is how it is with each one of us. Jesus says clearly, I am the door. In other words, he sits there at the entrance. We are the sheep in that sheep pen, and he protects us from everything that is evil and wild that may take control of our lives. Jesus goes on to the extent of saying, I am the shepherd and my sheep recognize my voice. There are so many voices, my dear brothers and sisters, that are telling us so many things. But are we so good that we can recognize the true shepherd's voice and listen to only the voice of the Lord? He goes on at the end to warn us and to guard us. The thief comes only to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Speaking about Satan, speaking about the evil one who's always ready to attack us and to put us into a trap called sin. Whereas Jesus goes on to say, I came that they may have life and have it in abundance. The choice is entirely ours, my dear brothers and sisters, to keep listening to this evil one that is only there to destroy, to kill, to steal, or to listen to the voice of Jesus, the Good Shepherd, who assures us of life and life in abundance.
God bless, and do have a Jesus-filled day.